Today, we're going to look under the hood of one of the most interesting parts of creating a Warhammer 40,000 based CRPG. And that's adding new in-game enemies and allies of the Rogue Trader in the Coronis Expanse. We'll demonstrate the process using one of the most formidable foes the Rogue Trader and their crew are going to face, the Hell Brute. A Chaos Space Marine driven insane by an eternity of confinement in a sarcophagus. When choosing an enemy to add to our game, we ask ourselves several questions. 1. Does the enemy fit our story? We have a rough list of locations that will be in our finished game, and which factions will be present at those locations. This helps us decide whether we need a particular enemy. 2. Does it fit the mechanics? Can we actually use an enemy like this for our encounters? 3. Is it distinctive? We really want to make enemies that look and feel distinct from each other, such as different sizes, weapons, and abilities. 4. Does it pass our cool factor test, and will the fans think it's cool too? And finally, does it suit our personal preferences? But for the Hell Brute, some of these questions didn't really factor. It was there from our very first drafts of the game concept. We always begin by assessing the model and deciding whether it requires detailed concept art. We need the concept art if our source material contains complicated shapes or an abundance of small details, or if we want to modify it to fit our game's lore. The Hell Brute is one of the most famous Warhammer 40,000 miniatures, and we wanted to introduce it into the game as is, so no additional concept design was required in this case. Creating the model itself is a complex and delicate process. We cooperate closely with Games Workshop at every stage of our work, which allows us to stick to the canon in the minutest of details. At the end, the model must be textured. This stage will look familiar to many Warhammer 40k fans, because it resembles painting a miniature. Our game's heretic Astartes originate from the Word-Bearers Legion, who are known for their crimson armor with gunmetal trims. Once the model is complete, it's time to breathe life into it. Animation, VFX, sound. All the things that turn an ordinary 3D model into an opponent whose sheer presence can crush enemy morale. Animating requires close cooperation between two people, the animator and the game designer. Together, they discuss what specific animations the new enemy is going to need based on its mechanics and abilities. They keep the character's personality in mind, too. Hell Brutes have spent thousands of years imprisoned inside their dreadnoughts, under the constant influence of the sanity-destroying warp. And we're doing unholy justice to this fact. Then the VFX team takes over and designs special effects for abilities, weapon use, and death. And last but not least, the sound. Over to the Hell Brute. Sounds convincing. This is the complicated but important process that every new character in our game goes through. They're all different, and they're each uniquely deadly.